After the 30th of this month, no foreigner will be entertained in the local downstream gold trading sector. You cannot buy gold from a miner if you're a foreigner. Wow. You cannot buy gold from a trader. You will not be licensed.
Since you are here, explain this. What problem does the GoldBod solve?
Okay, the problem is simple. You have a very fragmented, unstructured gold trading sector as a country.
Okay.
All Ghana gets from gold is mineral royalties, which is paid by large-scale mining companies. Small-scale mining companies don't pay royalties. Until recently, they were paying a withholding tax, which we have also scrapped. Okay. So all we get are royalties
from large-scale companies.
Large-scale companies.
Corporate taxes, profit taxes.
Yes, and licensed small-scale mining companies who are structured, okay, pay these corporate taxes to the state. That's all. Okay, taxes and royalties. And the state is expected to get the forex, a percentage of the forex associated with the gold we export. 80% has to be repatriated back. The problem is that that forex doesn't get repatriated back. Only few comply with that requirement. Another problem is that the sector was run by private individuals, Ghanaians and foreigners. And because the foreigners had a bigger muzzle, a stronger muzzle in terms of funding, they had dominated the market. And most of them, not all, most of them were doing the business illegally. They buy the gold, exports only a small quantity through the legal means, but a chunk of it gets smuggled out. And when they smuggle the gold, we lose the revenue. It means they will not pay any taxes to the state. And the dollars that has to come back for us to, be able to strengthen the city doesn't come back. It gets lost. You understand? So you are losing revenue and then you are losing the forex. Another problem is that the country did not have any agency that was consciously, or that has been consciously promoting value addition. And so from the days when Ghana was called Gold Coast till today, Ghana still exports what we call Dory, unrefined gold. We are not able to even refine the gold. There are about 5 refineries in Ghana as I speak. None of them is even refining a gram of gold today because there is no deliberate government policy to support them. And so that refining charge, which should have remained in Ghana, ends up in Dubai or India.
Unlike what Botswana does, where they cut their diamonds, they add value domestically. We just export the raw gold.
Dubai doesn't mine gold. They don't have any gold, but they have a gold souk. We don't have a gold souk. You get my point. Even the jewelry company of the states, owned by PMMC, is suffering. They can't even get 5 kg of gold to produce jewelry because there's always been a certain gap in there. Apart from value addition, is also the issue of the reputation of our gold. Small-scale mining gives us about 40% of the gold we export. In 2024, small-scale mining alone gave us about 66 tons of gold. And that was some $4.6 billion of forex. Now, that gold cannot be sold in Switzerland. It cannot be sold to any LBMA refinery. That gold, the greater part of it. Now we are having a few small-scale mining companies who have formalized, and are doing responsible mining, are producing even green gold. And so LBMA accepts their gold. A few like Asanska, Typhoon, a few licensed small-scale
miners. So there was no standard.
But a chunk of them.
So a lot of the international buyers would not even
the chunk of the gold, 99.9% of that gold,
small-scale gold,
cannot be sold to LBMA refineries. And that means that it cannot form part of our reserves. So you see countries who don't even have gold having a huge gold reserves. Why? Because they have refineries, right? But Ghana,
with all our gold,
we don't have.
Until the gold for oil started doing the check.
And even now, what we have is nothing to write home about. I believe we, as a country,
but to be fair, under gold for oil, the gold reserves improved.
37 tons. But I'm saying that we could have done far, far better if we improve the reputation of our gold through responsible sourcing and traceability, then that gold will be accepted by LBMA refineries. And that gold can be part of our gold reserves and strengthen the currency and the economy. So three problems: lack of value addition, lack of traceability and responsible sourcing in the small scale mining sector, okay, which then limits the Bank of Ghana's capacity to accumulate good reserves from the small scale mining sector. And above all, you know, the fragmented nature of the gold trading sector, where you have multiple state agencies buying gold. MIF is buying gold with gold royalties. Bank of Ghana is buying gold. PMMC is buying gold. Everyone is buying gold, competing with, you know, private Ghanaians, competing with foreigners. And then nobody's regulating them. And foreigners, mostly Indians and Chinese, smuggling the gold, making the state lose forex and revenue that we need for development. So President Mahama says, no, I promise a reset, and I'm going to reset the gold trading sector by now establishing a central agency to be known as the Gold Board.
Okay.
All state agencies back out. Let's just have this one agency licensing all the players in the gold trading sector. And this agency will be capitalized.
And by players, you mean?
The buyers.
Buyers.
Those who can buy gold, those who can aggregate gold, those who can smelt gold, those who can transport gold, those who can store gold.
So not those who mine gold. That's,
no.
That's Minerals
The
Commission.
mining of gold is still under the Minerals Commission, the Ministry
so
of
once the
Lands
gold is mined, everything else
how
they
it
do
is
to
traded.
it, the trading of gold.
Exactly. Because if we want to optimize value for money and national benefits, it must be across the value chain. It cannot just be from taxes and royalties from mining.
Really?
But the trading is also very profitable. And if the state can restructure, reset it the way President Mahama is doing, where one agency licenses all players and therefore regulates them, and the state through that agency exports all the gold from small scale.
There's a better record. So that
exactly.
you know
because
how much
if we
you
are
sold.
exporting, now when the private man is exporting, the law gives him 30 days to bring back 80% of the forex, and they don't comply. Now we are government. If we export that same day, we are paid 90% of the value. In a matter of 48 hours, we get the remaining 10%.
Okay.
The forex is here. It be in fan chain. So the collar woman who needs dollars, or that SME that needs dollars, or forex to import goods into the country, can get that forex from their banks. The BDCs will get the forex from their banks.
Okay.
You understand? And so that is the whole idea. And if we can solve that forex problem, then the exchange rate will be strong. If the exchange rate is strong, we are going to see inflation coming down. We are going to see living conditions improve. And every Ghanaian is going to feel the positive effects in their pocket. That is the whole essence of gold. But so it's not just about gold. It is about easing hardships and creating prosperity for the people of Ghana. You see, even though Gold Board is yet to commence business, you know that since we took office, we have continued the Bank of Ghana domestic gold purchase program.
You've continued it?
We've continued it. Specifically, the Gold for Reserves program and the Gold for Forex program. And as acting MD of PMMC, I've worked closely with Bank of Ghana in that area as, I can say, its main aggregator. And so today, you've heard that the exchange rate for the first quarter of this year depreciated. Okay, the cedi depreciated against the dollar by 5.3%. As I speak to you, it is 3% from 1st January to date. The cedi has been appreciating in April. Why? It is as a result of gold exports. And that is what the governor of the Bank of Ghana has said. Because we are mopping up that gold which would have otherwise been smuggled. Now, look, Ghana for a very long time gets forex, and you know that better than me, from two main sources: borrowing.
Yeah. Especially
when we had the opportunity in 2007 to go on the capital market to borrow dollars, what we call Eurobond. So that was one major source of forex. Then, Cocoa Board. Okay, because we have done
the syndicated loan.
Because we have, you know, set up an entity just like the Gold Board to manage the cocoa sector and be the sole exporter. We are able to leverage the mandate of Cocoa Board to syndicate, you know, money, forex, and bring it into the country. It stays at the Bank of Ghana, supports the cedi, even before we open the cocoa season. You understand? Now, we can't go on the Eurobond market to borrow again. We've been locked out of the capital market because of the reckless mismanagement of the economy by the ex-Wala Kufuor.
You are still performing your own role. Let's focus on
true. It's true. I'm just speaking facts. Look, then Cocoa Board's capacity to also syndicate money again is also gone because it has been collapsed by the NPP. So where will we get the dollars from? So government says we have cedis, we don't have dollars. So, but we have gold. Instead of allowing these Indians and Chinese and Ghanaians smuggle this gold, and then we can't get the forex. Yet gold prices have soared to record highs.
$3,300 per ounce.
2 days ago, it was 3,500.
It's gone that high.
You understand? And we can't take advantage of it because we've left the purchasing and export of that to private individuals. I
understand the model.
The government now says, let's get the cedis ourselves, give it to Ghanaians, no longer foreigners. And buy the gold, foil on behalf of government. Government exports the gold and brings back the dollars within the shortest possible time so that we can get enough forex to stabilize the city. And if we can stabilize the Ghana cedi, everybody will be fine.
Clarify two things for me. So the buying, trading, assaying of gold is for only locals?
Only locals. Now, under the gold board, with the exception of taking gold, buying gold from the gold board, let me put it in simple terms. When we buy the gold, we have to go and sell. Okay? So who we sell to, a foreigner can be that person. A foreigner can apply to us directly that I want gold from gold board, and we negotiate directly. Then a foreigner can say that I want to go into fabrication, I want to go into jewelry production, I want to build a refinery. You are allowed to do that.
Refinery owned by the Egyptian, they can buy gold from you.
Exactly, you can buy gold.
But they can't buy gold directly from
But you will not be allowed under this new regime. And we've given them enough, grace period for them to transition smoothly. 1 month, it is enough. After the 30th of this month, no foreigner will be entertained in the local downstream gold trading sector. You cannot buy gold from a miner if you're a foreigner. You cannot buy gold from a trader. You will not be licensed. And if you do that under this Gold Board Act 2025, Act 1140, is a punishable offense. You can go to jail for not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years. And so they should be warned because we will enforce this law strictly.
We'll take it.